Hi guys, Opinionated Horsewoman here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel if you're a current subscriber. So today I wanted to talk to you guys and show you the products I use when I do my nails. I actually am going to break this into two videos. The first video we're going to show you today is the product that I use when I do my fill on my nails. So I use a gel product, and I thought I would show you guys how I use it and talk to you a little bit about it. So I really enjoy this product. It's something I get off of Amazon, and I will include the links below so you can check this product out. So I hope you guys join me for this, and make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Smash that bell and you have all the notifications when I upload new videos, and be sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. So thank you so much. Hang tight. We're going to go right into it right now. Hi guys, thanks for joining me. So we're going to work on a fill today. I need to fill both hands. I haven't done this one yet, but I'm going to just work on my dominant hand first. It'd be easier to show you guys, and if I get time I'll work on this. So what I've done is I had holiday nail polish on, and you know, I kind of let it get out of hand. It grew for several weeks. It got really grown out. So I've taken all of my nail polish off and with my nail drill, and have done a little shaping. I use a product that we're going to be using today. It's called Kodi. It's their rubber base gel, and I absolutely love this stuff. I have been doing my nails now for probably over a year, and I just sing the praises of this product. So I hope I have enough in here. I may have to go get another bottle. I have an extra bottle of this, but so this is a base gel. It's a rubber. It's wonderful. I don't use anything else but this and my nail polish. So I'm gonna go ahead. Like I said, I've kind of prepped my nails. I am going to go ahead and dehydrate them. I use Gelish. I'll show you guys. Nail Prep dehydrator. It's a Gelish Soak Off pH Bond. And I usually do it twice. You don't really need to, but I like to just make sure everything is cleaned already. I went ahead and washed my hands, got all the dust off. You know, this is kind of nice because it dehydrates the nail. If there's any leftover water or anything on your hand, it's got enough alcohol in it that it dehydrates. So go ahead and let that dry. I've got my nail brush here. I'm going to go ahead and kind of soften it up with, this pad has just some rubbing alcohol on it. So I'm going to break up, kind of clean off the nail brush. So this is just a cheap little brush I got from Wish. You know, I got probably like 6 or 7 in the pack. They work pretty well. I just like to make sure everything's kind of clean. So like I said, I love this product. It's Kodi. It comes from the Ukraine. So I ordered it on Amazon. I will definitely link below. This is what it looks like. So I am going to go ahead and start to do my fill. So I hope that this shows you guys, that the camera will focus. One of the nice things about gel is that you can really manipulate it. I had a little fuzzy in there. So if I get any kind of trying to find all my little tools. Hold tight, guys. All right, so I wanted to grab my tool to make sure that I kind of keep my edges clean. It does run. This is fairly warm. So one of the nice things about working with gel is it is very malleable. Cleaning my brush tip off. I've got some fuzzies on it. I'm not real thrilled about. It's my fault. I used a cotton swab to clean it, but okay. So I'm just kind of making sure that I've got I put a fairly thin layer on this. The nice thing is a gel, you can kind of let it run down, use gravity. It's not going to set up like acrylic. And you can kind of hold your hand down like this to get the curvature that you need. I'm going to go ahead and flash cure this. Just do 10 seconds under my nail lamp, and then I'm going to move on to my next one. And all I do is 10 seconds, and all it is just to kind of keep the gel from running around. So we're going to go ahead and get a little bit more on my brush. I'm going to go ahead and do my thumb. So with gel, you need a different set of brushes than you do with acrylic because they are very different mediums. So I'm going to go ahead and let gravity take this down and away from my cuticle. Use my tool here to kind of make sure it's touch up the mess I just made because So I'm going to go ahead again and flash cure this for 10 seconds in my lamp. The lamp's just off to the side. Sorry, guys. You should see my desk right now. It is a total disaster. I have so much stuff on here. I was trying to figure out how to set this camera up so you guys could see what I was up to. Okay, so those two have an initial fill. I'm going to go ahead and work on my middle finger. So it's really important to try to keep your brush following the same parallel as your nail. You don't want to come in like this. I am just really doing a very light fill right now to bond the gel, the existing gel and the natural nail. Like I said, I'm just kind of letting it move a little bit down using gravity to kind of pull it down the nail here. I'm going to flash cure that again. All that does is keep the gel from running around and making a mess. All right. So as you guys can see, this is pretty quick and easy for the initial. Kind of get a wad of gel there, and then I push it. I just gently move it around with my brush. So you just kind of can work the gel, and you can really let gravity help you. The nice thing is it doesn't cure without UV light. So if you're careful and you're not near an open window or a source of strong UV, it won't set while you're working. So I'm gonna let a little gravity work here. I kind of touch up where on the edges, make sure I'm not got the cuticle, and now I'm looking at the tip and I have a little bit of a bubble, so I'm going to kind of work that. Actually get a little bit of a drop there, kind of filling in where I had a little bit of a dip. Really like this product. It's also really easy to work with the nail drill bit, you know, the drill bits and the my nail drill. I'm going to flash cure that again. It's pretty nice because it's easy to file with either a drill bit or just regular nail files. It's quite easy. So those are flash cured. Certainly not set up yet, but they're not going to run around. I'm going to get a little more on my brush. I don't want to overload it because it's not necessary. So again, I'm trying to follow the contour of my nail with the brush to avoid getting any sort of bubble. Sorry, I have to kind of hold my fingers out of the way, out of my line of sight. And I am, you guys, not a nail professional by any stretch. So the reason that I started doing my own nails, frankly, was that I couldn't get quality service where I live. You know, everything was done in a rush by all the nail salons, and the products they were using really weren't helping keep my nails. They were breaking. I'm going to go ahead and flash cure that. My nails were breaking. I had acrylic a long time ago, but I switched over to doing gel, and they had the powder gel, which to me is really kind of a form of acrylic. All right, so I'm taking a look at that. The other thing I need to check for is the curve. This is just an initial layer, initial fill, and because these are so grown out, you can see how terrible this one is, I took a lot off. So I'm going to go ahead and do another minor coat on each nail. I'm going to start with my thumb. See, I go back for more and I end up getting a wad, which is not good. But I tend to wear my base coat thicker than most people would probably like. But I, as you guys know, have a farm. And if I want nice nails, these suckers need some support. Looks like I missed getting off get a little bruise there. Okay, so I'm going to actually just let that kind of run down and away from my cuticle with gravity. Just make sure that I'm cleaning everything up. Just wiping this off on the pad with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Fuzzies everywhere. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and flash cure this. I have a 90-watt lamp, and so it's an LED lamp. It cures stuff really fast. 10 seconds a couple of times. You know, this one's been in the dryer a few times, or the lamp. It is very cured. They all are, because they're all getting 10 seconds every time I flash cure a nail. The rest of the nails are going to get another 10 seconds. So I don't necessarily go back and do a full 30, because as I go round and round, they're getting, 10, 20, 30, 40. They're getting a lot of time in the lamp. So they're more than cured. To be careful, because I don't want to overload my brush. And I don't really get too excited about how lumpy I make it, because I'm going to clean that up later with my nail file and drill. So I just want to make sure that I'm getting things. I'm looking straight down the nail to see that it's an even cover. I'm going to go ahead and flash cure that again. 10 seconds. So my thumb is getting yet another 10 seconds. Actually, all of them are. Okay, back to pick up a little bit more. It's pretty good. Go ahead and get rid of some of that. So I'm just doing some very thin layers. Again, trying to keep my brush following or parallel to the nail bed, because kind of prevents bubbling. Seems to work pretty well. So I am trying to get enough on it that I can get that natural curve. I can put some support over the stress point. Fuzzy. You guys, you can tell I'm at the end of this bottle because I have all these fuzzies, and it doesn't help that I do tend to use a cotton swab when I'm rubbing alcohol. So I'm just letting that kind of come down. I've actually got it upside down. I'm trying to let that gel kind of follow the natural curve of my nail, and I can actually watch it slide down the nail. It's kind of wild. Make sure that I've got the stress point covered. I'm going to go ahead and flash cure this, and I got a little bit more to do on that middle nail, but I like to cure it before I do any more work. I'm going to just put in a little bit more where that stress point is on the nail. It's a little thin there, so I don't need a lot. Picking up a small amount of gel, right? I'm going to put just a dab in there, and I can work it I just really like working with this product, you guys. It's so easy to use, and my nails have never been so healthy. The thing you can do is kind of put the nail and put it on this way and use gravity to kind of sculpt that shape. That's what I'm doing right now to get that nice curve. Go ahead and flash cure that. These are all things that I've learned, you know, through the year of doing my nails, year and a half of doing my nails, and of course, you know, watching others, artists on YouTube. So YouTube's really been a wonderful tool for me. All right, we're onto my ring finger, and just going to go ahead and put another thin layer on. Go ahead and let gravity pull it down. I'm going to take a look at my stress point and make sure that it's filled. This is like how I like to do it, you guys. I go ahead and kind of drag it up. And I'm going to go ahead and flash cure that. Apologize, you guys. My desk is such a disaster right now because of the holidays. Okay, so on to the pinky, or the tiny little finger on the end, and this is a hard one for me. It has a lot of curvature to it, so I really struggle with it to make sure I'm getting an even layer. I'll go ahead and flip my finger upside down and try to work on that stress point bubble or extra little there. And kind of, I just got it all over myself, so I just bumped my ring light. I have to pull all that off. It's important to get that stuff off immediately before you. I'm going to go ahead and take my cotton, clean that off. Now I have to get it off my cuticle. See, I told you guys I'm not very good at this on my pinky finger. I always have troubles. So really important to go ahead and pull all that extra gel away from the skin. You don't want allergies to develop. And of course, you want your cuticle to breathe. So I'm just kind of cleaning that up as best I can. Make sure that my little shape is the way I want it, because I've managed to let all the gel run back down. I'm going to go ahead, actually, this doesn't look too bad. I'm going to cure it, and then I can touch it up again. Hold on. 10 seconds in the nuker, the lamp. I really love this nail lamp, you guys. It is wonderful. I got it on Amazon. It's 90 watts, very powerful. Works so well. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm getting everything I can away from me. So, see, I kind of did not do a good job there. It ran on the lamp, it ran onto my skin, so I will be cleaning that up later. But I'm going to go ahead, you guys, and put this under for 30 seconds to kind of finish it. And then I'm going to look and see if I have all my stress points covered. If anything needs to be touched up. I don't mind putting, like I said, a lot on there because it shapes really well under the nail file or my nail drill. It's real easy to kind of, you know, clean stuff up if I put a little too much on. Like I said, I do like quite a thicker layer, so all right, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look at whether I think I've got enough on. If the shape is the way I want it. I'm going to have to do a little bit more on my pinky. I totally managed to screw that up like I knew I would. Okay, so I'm going to do it upside down. Try to create that bubble. Sorry, you guys. This is just so goofy. Kind of let gravity pull it where I want it. really trying to build up this gel where I know the stress point of the nail is without making it look completely ridiculous. I'm gonna go ahead and quick do a 10-second nuke so that doesn't move, and then check it and see if I'm happy and check my other nails. Okay, so that looks pretty good. This one looks all right. I really have to be careful about my index finger because you're pretty hard on them. And of course this is not, I'm actually right-handed, so this is my non-dominant hand, but I do need to really help out these fingers that I work pretty hard, especially in winter. Okay, that's much better. So I'm just checking to see how they look and using gravity again to pull the gel where I want it before I flash cure. Cover that for now. Important when you can and you're not using that, go ahead and cover it. Okay, so this is what I've got. I'm gonna go ahead and do another couple, maybe another 10 seconds to make sure it's flash cured well, and then once you've done some time under the LED lamp or the UV lamp, you kind of do a final set with, you take that inhibition layer off with just a little bit of rubbing alcohol. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's nice and wet and gooey. Just do with my inhibition layer. I'll start with this one. If I'm worried, I can get a little more rubbing alcohol. Nice. Just making sure I'm getting all the edges. Everything is clean. And get the inhibition layer off. So, all right, I've got one, the easiest one to do, done. And hold tight, guys. I'm gonna go ahead, clean up, reset, and we're gonna do this disaster. Okay, guys, thanks for hanging out. I did a little quick reset on my desk. So I switched to just a paper toweling that's got a lot of rubbing alcohol on it. I like to have this next to me so I can keep my brush clean. You can clean your gel brushes with rubbing alcohol. It's important to keep them clean so you don't get buildup of product, especially, on these rather cheap brushes. So got that hand done. Now you guys are gonna laugh and watch me attempt to do my dominant hand. I am right-handed, so making any attempt to fill these is just painful and very unpleasant sometimes. I'm not good at this, but make it work. Okay, so I went ahead and dehydrated. You guys didn't see, but I've already dehydrated the nails. I am just going to go ahead and do a very thin coat here, just so that I have some on the natural nail. I had to take a lot off of the base gel that was on my nail. I had to take almost half of it off, so I am just trying to, at this point, put some on the natural nail, and then I will need to fill more of that in, but I'm going to flash cure that. I'm going to have to do kind of a thicker fill on this finger. So I'm going to work a couple of layers on there and flash cure each layer, because you don't want to put a ton on because you don't necessarily get good drying if you just glob a bunch on. So I am trying to just fill in this layer, kind of very small amount, and then I will let it kind of, jeez, nice. It's going to kind of run onto the older, there we go, to get a good, almost seamless seam. Just kind of letting gravity work for me here. I'm going to go ahead and flash cure that again. It's really important. Actually going to set it for 30 seconds. I try not to let my fills go this long in between, you guys, because it's just, I can end up breaking a nail and stuff, especially on the farm. So I try not to do that, but with the holidays, time just got away from me. So I'm kind of paying for it right now. So I've gone ahead, you can see the old base gel, which is, you know, the Kodi that's on here, and then you can see all that natural nail. I had to take it all back. I was getting some air bubbling in there. It's important to pull all that back. You don't have any air pockets under there that can develop a fungus. So this nail is definitely going to take me some time to go ahead and fill and to get it to look good. So I'm just taking my time and doing some very thin layers. I'm going to have to work because the stress point is back here and it's going to want to be right here. So I'm going to have to build, and this is tough. This is my non-dominant hand trying to do work on my dominant hand. I'm just not good at this, you guys. So I'm trying to just take off from what I don't want a lot on here. I want to fill in here. So this is taking a little time. Just going to give it a 10-second cure and take a look at it. Okay. So I'm getting there. It's getting to be where there's not quite this, you know, shallow and then a big ridge, but it's not quite there yet. Have to do it really in a slow process, like I said. So I've got a little bit more. I'm going to let it run down to the tip. So I'm going to deposit it right on my nail, this bubble, you can kind of see, and then I'm going to push it towards my cuticle with the brush. I'm going to work the product towards the cuticle. It's really important. I have a hard time keeping my nail brush following. Go ahead and take this off, and I'm actually, this is unusual, but I'm going to let the product run back a little bit towards my cuticle, and then just clean up. It's probably going to be a bit of a mess, and I will definitely have to do some cleanup with my nail drill, but yeah, I'm kind of almost to where I don't feel like there's a big divot and a ledge, so I'm getting there. Giving it another 10 seconds. By only using 10 seconds, it's because I'm using such thin layers, and I have a 90-watt nail lamp, so it's quite powerful and it cures things very fast. I really do like it. Cleaning my nail brush here. Make sure I'm keeping it. All right, we're getting there, you guys. Important thing is just being patient and doing thin layers. I'm going to pay attention to the sides, stress points on the sides especially, and I'm getting some product in there. And fuzzies. There it goes. All right, one more 10-second nuke. Then I'm going to try to apply a little thicker layer on here to get the stress point taken care of. I'm actually going to do 20 seconds on the lamp just to make sure I'm getting this really well. All right, so getting there, I can see that I need to touch up the sides a little, and I'm going to go ahead, do that, and try to create a little bit more over my stress point. So I'm going to hold my nail upside down in a second. I'm going to get a little bubble on here, bubble of product, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of feather it across, and then I let gravity pull that gel where I want it, and I just manipulate my, oh yeah, getting a nice bubble. It's wanting to run, so we're gonna pull it back. It just gives me such a nice natural curve. I really love working with gel because it's so easy to, and pliable to kind of move it around the way you want. Acrylic, you have to be very good, very skilled, and very quick. And I just don't, I'm not a nail professional, so take a look at this. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up. I'm really not excited about how this is working. So I'm gonna try it again. You can see I haven't even put it under the lamp. It's not curing. It's not in front of a strong LED. So I'm just using gravity to manipulate this product to where I want it on my nail. And I'm just moving my hand back and forth. It's just wonderful to work with. So I think I got it where I want it. I'm gonna go ahead, get my lamp on, get that finger underneath there. And it sets up quickly. I'm gonna do 15 seconds. All right. So I'm pretty happy with that. Definitely have some cleanup work to do. Kind of messy, but pretty happy with it. As far as that was a really big fill. I don't normally let it get that bad, but you know, these ones aren't any better. So I thought I'd do these, and then I'll take my nail polish off on my thumb at a later point here tonight. But I really wanted to make sure I got these done in case I ran out of time, because these are really in need. Again, same thing. Really having a large fill on this nail, so I'm trying to, right now, a very thin layer to adhere to the natural nail. And then I'm going to go ahead and nuke that. 10 seconds. Again, you guys, this product's called Kodi Professional. It's a rubber base gel. Absolutely love it. It's such a quality product. My nails have never been so healthy. It's clear, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to let that bubble drop down on the nail. Kind of push it forward towards the cuticle with my brush and then pull back. You can really manipulate gel. So I'm just going to go ahead and let gravity pull it away from my cuticle. And then I'm going to go ahead and nuke it again. 10 or 15 seconds under the lamp just to kind of set it up. I'm going to give this one 15. There we go. So it's looking pretty good. I'm just checking my edges. I need to make sure I get on my edges. Go ahead and pick a little more product up. I don't need a lot, so just a little. Just making sure my edges are good. Okay. Grab a little bit more product. A bit of a bubble there so I can plunk it down on my nail. So this is why you have to have more stiffer, like a stiffer brush than what you would use for acrylic. Is the acrylic is going to be stiffer and you need to have all that monomer on there. But for the gel is so liquidy, you need actually kind of a stiffer brush to, if you have too much brush, it's going to be a big mess. So you need a smaller brush. It's a little different stuff. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and nuke that. Probably do another 10 or 15 seconds here, and then I think that nail will be good. We'll move on to another nail. I'm going to go ahead and do about good 15 seconds to give it a nice set. Again, I have a 90-watt lamp, so it's quite powerful. The lower the wattage of your nail lamp, the longer you probably will need to have your nails in the lamp. So go ahead, thin layer. So this finger, my ring finger on my right hand, I actually damaged this finger in a horse accident. I snapped the ligament off the tip of the bone on the tip of the finger. And so it's a pretty common injury for ball players, you know, basketball, football, baseball players, you know, taking hits from a ball. But this is a horse accident, so I worked really hard and did my own little physical therapy. What can happen is you can end up with like a hammer finger, and so I worked really hard to make sure that the ligament on the underside of my finger stayed lengthy and wasn't pulling my finger around in a hammer. There's 15 seconds. So you can kind of see I've got a little bit, but it's not too bad. But then there's also, I had a little damage to the cuticle. So I have to be careful with this nail. I'm actually quite pleased with this so far. I'm just going to do another very thin layer, and then it'll be on to the pinky, which is going to be, you guys, really difficult for me. I'll take a little. I always make sure I have like I said, a defect from the injury in my nail cuticle, and it actually, you know, produces a bit of a line down my, or a ridge in my nail. I'm just trying to make that strong, you know, strong layer on the stress point here. This is working really well. I'm going to go ahead and nuke that and do 15 seconds. All right, so these ones are doing quite well. They've had lots of time under the nail lamp. Onto my pinky, and I'm actually going to go ahead again and just dehydrate the pinky in case I've touched it with my skin on my other fingers. Just going to make sure I take that, any little bit of nail or skin oil off that nail bed so I get a really good adherence of the gel. I really don't have too much trouble with this lifting. It's been the most quality product I've ever used. It, you know, like I said, I was having my nails professionally done. Jeez, I'm gonna have to study it here. And I was getting just horrible lifting. And then I was getting water under the nail bed, and of course, you know what that does is it creates, you know, fungus, and that's just gross. So this is actually looking really well. I am just going to try to let gravity create that nice natural look. I'm going to nuke that. So I was getting like lifting on the edges, and then I would get water in, and then, you know, there'd be all this fungus trying to grow in there, which is just gross. And it's, no matter what they did, it's just, I think it was really the cheap quality of the gel they were using. So, you know, I had gone out on YouTube, and I had started looking into doing my own nails. And for a while I was just using the gel polish like a shellac, and that was okay, but I wasn't really able to keep my nails as long as I wanted. You know, I have horses and I'm on a farm, and I mean, I have really thin nail bed. And then I stumbled upon a review of this. Well, actually it was just somebody doing their nails, and they were talking about this and how much they liked it. And I went, okay, that looks pretty cool. I can do that. I mean, I'm not skilled or anything, but I can do that. And I bought some on Amazon, you know, and it took 3 or 4 weeks to come from, I think it was 3 weeks to come from the Ukraine. I did buy it direct from Kodi in the Ukraine, so they mailed it to me, international mail from Ukraine. You know, it took 3 weeks, and I was okay with it. I got a pack of 4, so I've got 3 more bottles of this. It'll last me a long time, and I'm just thrilled with it. So I'm just now taking a look at my nails, seeing that if I like the shape, that I've got enough on the stress point of the nail. I think I need to go back to my ring finger and just put a little bit more across that stress point and try to get that shape a little bit more, a little better. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to put that bubble, going to kind of roll it around here, side to side, and then I'm going to flip my finger over. This is really hard, you guys, because I am not good at this, and I'm just going to slowly manipulate that bubble of gel. kind of forwards and back, and then I can play with it with gravity. Kind of move it around a little, help it find its natural shape. There we go. And quick nuke it before it flattens out. I'm going to go ahead, you guys, and do a full 30 seconds to make sure that these are cured. Cover that. And then I think I'm good. I need to go back with my nail drill and take off my polish on my thumb, but I was running out of time. I can do that tomorrow. I just really wanted to get the fill, my fill done, and then I can kind of, work on it again with color. I'll have to, finish the shapes. I'm going to go ahead each hand and throw them in here. Make sure everything is cured. Another 10 seconds or so. I just want to be very careful, make sure everything is cured. And then I will take that layer off, inhibition layer. Oops. Close that tight. I'm going to go ahead and clean off my brush. Gently. Again, I am just using rubbing alcohol to clean that. And then put brush back in its little cover. I'm going in this way. Keeps the dust off the tip. And I'm going to go ahead and flip this and put some fresh alcohol on here, and I will take the inhibition layer off my nails with it. Making sure I'm getting the edges, the fronts, the sides, everything really good. Just kind of clean off these nails too. My fingers, everything feels kind of sticky. I'm just paranoid, but so that's my fill. I still need to choose my color. You can see a lot more product on here, a lot less on here. Just the fact that I let it get a little bit long before I did my fill. I really shouldn't have gone that long, but it's okay. I will be better the next time. And I will now take my nail drill and kind of shape everything down, clean up the edges. And then tomorrow I will choose my color. I got to probably take this off tonight and do a fill. This hand is really dirty. This finger is really dirty. I was out working on the farm today, but so yeah, there we go, you guys. So I really would recommend this product. I will again link this product down off Amazon. I highly recommend this Kodi. It's their rubber-based gel. Really thrilled with it. They do make other products for you guys. If you're interested, check them out. They definitely do polishes and stuff as well. I did use a gelish pH bond to kind of dehydrate. I also went ahead and cleaned my fingers or my nail beds with rubbing alcohol. Sometimes I will actually use acetone to clean them up. Just kind of depends, when I'm in the mood to put on my nails. And then I have a 90-watt nail lamp that I'll show you guys from Aokitech. You can get this nail lamp on Amazon. I've done a review. Check out my review on this nail lamp. I really like it. It's got all the little different digital displays. You can count down from 99. You can set it for 60 seconds. You can set it for 30 or 10. As you can see, super easy. You just put your hand in the lamp or take it out or just touch the light or the button, and it changes colors too. So I really like it. Can't say enough good things about this really nice quality lamp. Plenty of space in there for your hands. It's got a lot of LEDs. Ooh, sorry, you guys. A lot of LEDs, very bright as you can tell. Obviously the bottom comes off pretty easy. It's held on. This is just a, a little protective coating they put on. You're supposed to take it off, but because, I tend to get sloppy with my nails, I just left it on. It doesn't bother me any having that on there. So, yeah, I like it a lot. So thanks guys so much for checking out my fill, my fill job. And again, cannot say enough good things about this product. Highly recommend it. So check it out if you're looking to do your nails at home and you need something to kind of give you a little bit of support and structure, and you are wanting to try something different. This is really nice. It's very flexible on your nails, very easy to work with. Yeah, it's good stuff. As you can see, it's all in foreign language there, but great product. So thank you again, you guys. Have a great night, and I will see you guys next video. Good night.